Hey guys, it's Kip from Famous by Friday Pickleball. Got a brand new paddles review. Excited about this. The new 11SIX24 Vapor. This paddle comes in 3 different flavors, if you will. The Vapor, the Pegasus. Pegasus is the normal kind of 16 by 8 paddle. The Hirachi X, the kind of extended version. The 16.5 by 7.5. The Vapor kind of hangs out right in the middle of those two. It's 16.25 inches long, 7.75 inches wide. I'm probably going to touch on the other 2 paddles, but this is primarily where the review is going to lie, is in the 11SIX24 Vapor. Very excited about this paddle. 11SIX24 has done something a little bit different with this. It's kind of Gen 3 construction with a twist. As we know, Gen 3 construction, they've got 2 layers of foam. They've got the extra layer of the EVA foam that goes around primarily the top of the paddle that allows the core to flex and throw the ball. We've seen that. We've seen so many people try it, and it's a really good paddle. What 11SIX24 has done with the Vapor is the entire 16 millimeter poly core is floating in the EVA foam. So the EVA foam goes all the way around the perimeter. So the entire core is flexing, not just the top part of the core. The entire poly core is flexing. So that should give consistency across the board. We think of the Gen 3 paddles, they've always got more power up here at the tip than they do down a little bit lower because the top is flexing just a little bit more. In this floating core, where it's floating, the entire core is floating on that EVA foam, the entire core is going to flex evenly. So I'm very excited to see the performance in this. It should have the great Gen 3 power with maybe even a little more control, more spin from every area of the paddle. The surface has 3 layers, 2 layers of Toray T700 carbon fiber and 1 layer of fiberglass. So you got control and power there too, and likely a pretty soft feel with the 3 layers. Very excited about this paddle. This paddle weighs 8.15 ounces and it's got a twist weight of 7.0 and a swing weight of 114 to 117 in that kind of range down there. So you could also easily customize this paddle and bump that up to a swing weight of 122 even. They'd still be pretty comfortable. Very excited about this. Grip is 5 3/4 inch long, plenty of room for two hands on there, and a 4 1/8 circumference. So this grip should really, I talk about customizing. You can really customize this grip too. I mean, because it's pretty small to begin with. So if you want a larger grip, think of Ben John's, you know, just multiple layers. You could do that with this paddle. Very excited about this bad boy. Headed out to the court right now. Hope you're going to be there. We can all hit this together. The new 11SIX24 Vapor. All right, guys, I'll be back. Well. Shot it past it. It's shooting it over. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's still nice. That's still nice. Oh, we gotta get 3 of them. Oh, we gotta get 4 of them. All right, guys, the 11SIX24 Vapor. Let me go after this target. Well, that had spin on it and didn't even try and spin. There it is. I'm trying to kind of not let this fly too much. This is a power paddle. Let me go after that target. I feel guilty that I've knocked it down. There it is. Oh, that was there. That's it, though. I mean, I'm telling you, this power... let me do one more. I really feel guilty that I haven't got it in that hula hoop. Let me do it again. I went over it. When you jump on this paddle just a little bit, you do have a danger of it going, but this paddle is so much fun to hit. Okay, let me spin a couple. 11SIX24 Vapor. Expect really good things here. Look at that ball turn. Oh my gosh. Really good spin. Again. All right. Oh, that was spinning so hard it almost knuckled a little bit. You do that again. I know it's two different terms, but it really kind of fluttered through the air. It was spinning so hard. Let me do that again. Yeah, that's got a nice spin. Let me try and spin one really hard. I want to see how far this will spin. This may not even land on the court, but it's okay. Wow. This you'd have to spend a little time with it because it is a power paddle, but it's got game. Hey guys, back. Just spent the last few weeks getting to know the new 11SIX24 Vapor. I think I said in the opener that this paddle comes in 3 different sizes. Comes in the Pegasus, which is kind of the normal, if you will, 16.8, and the Hirachi, kind of the extended version, the 16.5 by 7.5. These paddles all perform really identically and just really, really well. It just comes down to which paddle kind of fits your game and what you're used to, what size you're used to playing with, and you'll have fun with any of the 3 of these paddles. But I'm gonna focus on the Vapor because that is kind of where I liked, and I really enjoyed this paddle a lot, but they all 3 perform the same. So don't get lost in that. Just find the size that you like and play with it because they all do the same things. So let me start bouncing through the attributes. I always start at power, and make no mistake, this 11SIX24 paddle is a power paddle. My normal service speeds, 48 to 50. This paddle came in, the Vapor came in at 52.4. I didn't have one serve that was under 50. And I didn't just swing off my feet. You don't have to swing hard and the ball just shoots off of here. You think of the Gen 3 paddles, well, this whole core is floating on EVA foam, so it's just throwing the ball out there. And you've got 3 layers on the surface, 2 Torii T700 carbon fiber, and 1 layer of fiberglass that's just allowing that ball to trampoline, and the ball just shoots off. Make no mistake, these paddles are power paddles. 52.4 is pretty sweet. Now, what goes hand in hand with power? Accuracy, control, and consistency. If you've got a control paddle, you don't really have, you probably don't have a lot of power. If you have a power paddle, where it suffers is control. We all want the magic stick, but usually they're one or the other. But, and there's always a but, this 11SIX24 paddle has accuracy, control, and consistency as long as you don't jump on it too much. If you try and swing, if you really try and knock the snot out of it, you are going to get the occasional flyer. And even if you don't, you are going to get the occasional flyer. It's built in. It does have kind of a trampoline effect. That ball is going to fly every once in a while, but it's not as often as you think. I think if you watch a video and you see the baskets, you see... The baskets are a great example. There was a couple, especially right off, that went over the basket and went out. But so you had to kind of just get a little shorter with your swing, trust it, and then it was just pure gold. So the accuracy's there as long as you don't get too long or too carried away with the swing. Consistency the same way. Spin, just absolute great spin. The very first night I had this paddle, I was teaching a clinic, and one of my friends is in the advanced clinic. He grabbed a hold of this paddle, and I could barely get it away. In an hour and a half, I had to almost pry it out of his hand. He had so much fun hitting this paddle, and he's an ex-tennis player, just knocks the snot out of the ball. But he top spins everything, He rolls it, and he was just having a blast. Everything stayed in, but he did shorten his swing, but everything stayed in. Beautiful spin, beautiful contact, great performance. Feedback and feel off these paddles is very soft and very plush ride. You'd expect that. Floating core again, 3 layers on the surface. It's not going to be harsh. It's going to be nice, kind of arm friendly, good feedback feel. Nice sound coming off of it. It has a really just, kind of muted sound, which is really nice. Defense to offense, gold. Anything you put this paddle in front of, it's going to go back. And then once you work your way up to the non-volley zone, anything you put this paddle in front of is going to, you think you get in trouble when you start turning a little bit and you have to add some punch to it, get your arms away from your body, all of those things. You don't have to do anything with these 11SIX24 paddles. All you have to do is block it back. The velo is there. It is going to punch it back with some force. So much fun once you get up there. It's fun wherever you are on the court. This performs everywhere. From serves to returns to fast hand battles, this performs. It's quick at the net, 8.15 ounces. All these paddles weigh the same. So you can adapt it. You can throw some weight on there, customizable. You could do whatever you want with these and the performance isn't going to be affected negatively at all. You can have a lot of fun with these paddles. The only negative I could come up with is you are going to have some flyers. It's just built in. It is a power paddle. Make no mistake about it. You are going to have the occasional flyer, but with power paddles, it's almost a trade-off that's worth it. And it really, really performs well. Plus, I'm going to go back to the positives for a moment. The price on these paddles, I believe, is $169.99 US. That's sweet. That is so sweet. You can pay a whole lot more for a whole lot less. These paddles are so good. Guys, I'm anxious to hear if you tried these. If they're in your bag, I suspect they might be, because I really like these a lot. So yeah, please let me hear from you. Leave a comment if you like these. As always, hit like, hit subscribe. But leave me a comment if you played with these. Let me know that if you've tried all 3 and which one you migrated toward. I could easily go the Huarache X or the Vapor, either one. I wouldn't mind playing with either one of these. They both, all 3 of them. I just don't play with a 16x8 paddle very often. So I would migrate toward one of these 2, and they've got just great game. All right, guys, get out and play. Spring is here. Summer's here. Actually, summer's here. If it stopped raining here in Arkansas, I could get out a little bit more. But get out, play the game we love, and I'll be back with more content real soon. All right. Extra layer of foam around here that allows the core to move back and forth. They got the 2 layers of foam. This whole core sets in 2 layers of foam all the way around, so the whole thing. This has got a little pop to it.